Cappadocia. It is our first and only full day here. I wanted to talk about what we did yesterday because it was also a full day. We took a short flight from Istanbul to Cappadocia and it was only about an hour long. As soon as we landed, we got on the bus and we were going. We had things to see. Our first stop was the underground city, which is an 8-layer underground city of all these like paths and stuff. There were a couple of us that sat out because we were claustrophobic and it is tight down there. We all went and looked to see like how small the cave, like the tunnels were in the caves. Pretty small. So some of us sat out and just enjoyed some coffee, got to know each other a little better. But everyone who went said it was really cool. Pretty dusty, a little hard to breathe, but they all enjoyed it. From there, we went to a carpet demonstration. One of the weirdest things I've ever seen. I didn't even know what to expect. So first you learn about all the types of carpets that they make at this Turkish carpet factory. What makes their carpet special is how they tie their knots. They do a double knot, which is different from like Persian rugs. So we got to learn about that. Watched a few of the ladies making some rugs, and then we went into this big showroom where there were 4 men plus our main like tour guide from the carpet place, and they showed us probably 100 rugs, telling them about them as they were throwing them out. They were twirling them. Some of the silk ones changed color. It was really cool. I don't think any of us really knew what we were getting into there. And they were selling at the end, but they weren't too pushy. If you weren't interested, they didn't really talk to you or try to convince you. I want to say about 5 of the girls on the trip bought 1 or 2. They all picked out really cool ones. But while we watched the show, there was also like lunch. It was kind of just bread. But then we got like wine and tea and coffee and stuff too. So from the carpet demonstration, we went to Pigeon Valley, which is where you can see out over like part of the region and city. Or it's not really a city, but you could see some of the homes and a ton of rocks. They're really cool. They all have holes in the side, and there's a very, very high lookout point where you can go up and look. None of us climbed it. Apparently it takes around 3 hours and it's a little dangerous, so you really need to be like physically fit to do it and have like good sturdy walking shoes because you're on this like rock that you could easily slip on. So if you're gonna do that, be prepared. But even if you don't, there's still really beautiful views and good photo spots. So that was really cool. It started pouring rain as we were coming back to the bus, and we only had one more stop for the day, which was a jewelry shop. So we got to see and learn a little bit about the different stones they had, and then we got to shop. Again, they're not too pushy, but if you're looking for some jewelry, it's a great place to buy. All of the jewelry is beautiful. It had everything: rings, necklaces, bracelets, everything. A lot of the girls did buy stuff there, and it was all really pretty. So after that, we headed to the hotel and we just had some free time. So it's a great time if you want to book a spa here at the hotel, if you want to go ATVing. There's a lot of other activities here like horseback riding. So your first night in Cappadocia is a great night to sign up for all of that fun extra stuff.
Saw you paint a picture of a face that wasn't even close to mine. I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on. You haven't changed, you've stayed the same. But if you did, I'd still love you anyway. 'Cause 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 'c give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same, I'd give you the world like I promised I would.
Good morning from Cappadocia, where we just finished hot air ballooning. You could still see some of them up in the sky coming down. That was one of the coolest experiences ever. I was so scared. I'm terrified of heights, but it was so worth it. And honestly, like, the ledge that you're on is so high that you'll be fine. I'm still a little nervous, and I'm glad to be back on the ground. But we got champagne and flowers and a medal to celebrate. I have tons of amazing photos and videos of the balloons and everything. It was so cool, and it's only like 7 a.m. We have a whole nother day ahead of us here to explore, and I'm so excited. Yesterday was our only full day in Cappadocia. It's a beautiful region, a lot of cool rocks. So yesterday, after the hot air balloons, we spent the day exploring some of the biggest sites like in the area, like the national park, the fairy chimneys, and one other one where they have these interesting shaped rocks, to say the least. So that was really cool. There was a lot of rocks, and it was quite rushed, I feel, like all of our time at each places, because we had to like run around and do our little tour, and we didn't have a lot of free time at any of the places. But overall, it was a really cool day. And then last night, after dinner, we went to a Turkish night show, which was one of the optional excursions that EF offers. And it costs anywhere from like $85 to $100 depending on when you booked it. They do not really any food, but they have unlimited beer, wine, vodka, raki, which is a traditional like Turkish liquor. And it was interesting. I don't know if I would do it again, but it was cool to see once. And once I had a few glasses of wine, it got a lot more interesting, to say the least. There's a lot of little dances. It's interactive. They give you time to go up onto like the little stage and dance, and it's in a cave. People all around, so there were probably a couple hundred people there. At one point, you go out into a courtyard, and there's like a huge bonfire and a lot of dancing around it with a ton of traditional like Turkish music. There was a belly dancer. There was a horse, which I don't think was necessary. I don't really like when we bring animals into things like that, but the dancers were all really good. It was a really fun night overall. I would certainly recommend it, and I think everyone in our group did go, so it was a really good time to like bond with the group and dance, and we had a lot of fun. So definitely recommend that. I loved Cappadocia. Definitely gonna go back one day because I missed a lot that the schedule didn't give us time for.